Australia is seeing a steady increase in the number of individuals identifying as lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender and intersex. With research showing 80% of homophobic bullying occurring in schools, the Safe Schools Coalition unites state organisations and educational institutions to provide inclusive and supportive environments for students with gender diversity and same-sex attraction. In response to recent negative media attention from parents, lobby groups and government MPs, the federal government have called to cut the program's funding from 2017. Ali Tucek investigates.
The Safe Schools Coalition was officially launched in 2014 when an Australian Human Rights Commission study of the same year found the root of homophobia and transphobia lies predominantly in our schools. For that reason, activists such as Farida Iqbal are desperate to retain sponsorship for the program. So she co-founded Save Safe Schools WA.
The situation of LGBTI youth in this country has been pretty dire. If you go out into the community, you'll meet people with self-harm scars all the way up both arms, people who have attempted suicide. People have just been through horrendous things at home and at school as they're growing up. And the culture of transphobia and homophobia that's been going on in high schools, it's got to change. We've organised a series of protest rallies and, we want to get out into the community and educate them more about the Safe Schools program and its importance and what it does.
15-year-old Mount Lawley High School student Oscar Caspi-Crutchett is the youth representative for Save Safe Schools WA and identifies as gay. He says the Safe Schools Coalition is the difference between stable and unstable mental health for the LGBTI community.
So many LGBTI young people face verbal abuse, they face even physical abuse, and they face ostracization even in the family unit as well. And what Safe Schools does, Safe Schools opens their doors and says, hey, if you need to talk about your sexuality or your gender identity, come, you can do it with us. It is confidential. We just will provide you with information.
Australian Christian Party member Ray Moran believes the Safe Schools Coalition is inappropriate and even dangerous for school children.
It tries to cater for what is a tiny minority of children who may be gender confused by confusing the majority. If somebody, for example, a young boy is getting bullied, to suggest that he would be better off wearing a dress to school to reduce bullying is absurd.
Ms Iqbal strongly opposes this mindset.
I think that's a totally transphobic thing to say, frankly. What would be the problem if children or teenagers learn about the concept of transgenderism and then they start figuring out for themselves, maybe I'm transgender? What's the problem there? I see no problem.
While Mr Moran accepts gender diversity and sexuality issues exist, he says anti-bullying programs should cater to the needs of all students.
The majority of kids who get bullied because they're overweight, their body shape, or they're underweight, for wearing glasses, having red hair, freckles. There's a myriad of things that people get bullied for, and gender confusion is a very, very tiny minority. And the Safe School programs only deal with gender-confused children.
Mr Moran also has concerns about the expectations the Safe Schools program places on teachers.
Their parents should be educating them. For children that do have gender confusion issues, the parents need to nurture them and also maybe find counselling. There's lots of ways that they can be helped, but really for school teachers to try and deal with those sort of complex issues when they're dealing with large numbers of children, it's just impossible.
Ms Iqbal says all children have a right to LGBTI education regardless of their parents' views.
I think it shouldn't be left up to the luck of the draw what family you happen to be born into, whether or not your parents will educate you about gender diversity or human diversity and sexuality.
Interested to hear perspectives from our state schools, I phoned 6 institutions listed as members on Safe Schools WA's website. 5 of them claimed to either not know the program or were unable to put me through to someone who could talk about it. However, Principal of Kent Street Senior High School, Kath Ward, offered this statement.
Kent Street is a safer school, but not engaging fully with the coalition, just using some of the resources for health studies. Given the recent bad publicity association with that organisation, we are not eager to discuss this topic.
Green Senator Rachel Seward says the program is invaluable to young people and is concerned that schools are now withdrawing from the coalition.
It means that the people that are opposing the program are being successful, and that basically means that what they're trying to achieve, they're achieving, and that is putting people off being involved, which, and the ultimate outcome is hurting the young people that the program is designed to support.
Ms Seward says her party is making every effort to keep Safe Schools WA up and running.
The Greens, in fact, have announced that we would increase the funding to $8 million. We are supportive of the program and we'll continue to fight for it and campaign for it. And we hope that people that should be supporting this program, we're hoping that they aren't put off and that they feel the support.
Ali Tucek, Radio ECU.